Why we closed land borders for 2 years, says President Muhammadu Buhari. Hello everyone, you're welcome to the news. President Muhammadu Buhari said yesterday that his government shut the nation's borders to protect farmers. Buhari spoke as president of Africa Development Bank, AFDB. Dr. Akinwumi Adesina disclosed that the bank has earmarked $1.5 billion Africa Emergency Food Plan to cushion the effects of Russia-Ukraine conflict expected to trigger global food crisis. The president, who spoke at a meeting with the AFDB boss in his office in the presidential villa Abuja, explained that much has been achieved in encouraging local farmers since the land borders were closed 2 years ago. He, however, lauded the AFDB for planning ahead of whatever negative consequences might come from the Russia-Ukraine conflict in terms of food security. Thank you for knowing our weaknesses and our strength, and for planning and working ahead. We are very much aware of the need for food security and to encourage our local farmers. That was why we closed our borders for about 2 years to curb smuggling. We made some progress, the president said. The federal government has since reopened some of the land borders, and in his remarks, Adesina raised the alarm that there might be fertilizer crisis in Africa, which will soon cause about 2 million metric ton deficit. He said already the price of wheat had gone up to about 60%, while maize and other grains will also be affected. He said already the price of wheat has gone up to about 60%, maize and other grains will also be affected. There may be fertilizer crisis as there will be about 2 million metric tons deficit, and that will affect food production by about 20%. Africa will lose $11 billion worth of food, and coming shortly after COVID-19, that will be rather serious. To prepare against the evil day, Dr. Adesina said the AFDB had developed a 1.5 billion naira Africa Emergency Food Plan, which is now before the bank's board for approval. He further said, "We were not ready for COVID-19, but we are now planning to avert food crisis on the continent. There is plan to help farmers cultivate wheat and other grains." So this is what President Muhammadu Buhari said in a discussion with the AFDB boss, Adesina. As we've known, the borders have been closed for a long time, and of course, people have been lamenting to say, why are these particular borders closed on this part of the country and not and still have open borders in the other parts of the country? As we know, Nigeria is a country that relies heavily on importation. And of course, looking internally, what good has closing of the borders brought to us? To the layman on the street, it hasn't brought much, because the prices of food items, foodstuff have risen over 100% since the closure of the border. The farmers who were projected to be protected have not, because a lot of farmers are not even able to go to their farms anymore because of insecurity and kidnapping that has been going on. A lot of farmers have had to move away from troubled communities, abandoning their source of livelihood, their crops and their animals. So making the few available foodstuff very expensive for the common man to be able to afford. So now that the borders has been opened, is it that the farmers will not be protected anymore? Even individuals who have gone into farming prior to the closure of the borders have had to neglect their farms so as to protect their own lives and the lives of workers that they have. If you recall, Professor Olufalaye, who had a very, very large farm, was attacked severally. And this is somebody who has a lot of, people working for him, and how frustrated he has been in his farming activities. How much more the common man who happens to be a farmer. So now that the president has explained, let us see how this will go in the next couple of days on what effect it's going to have. Is it going to bring back down the prices of food items when imported food are brought across the once closed borders? Thank you so much for watching. Please drop your comments in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next news. Bye for now.